today. Actually, it's how you doing this evening? It's evening over here, but I wanted to share a sugar cookie recipe with you that is just, it's the best sugar cookie I ever had. And it does call for 2 vanilla beans, but I just used 1 and then vanilla bean paste. But we tried them yesterday. I'll show you. And this is what they look like. That's how big they are, but I'm gonna try today to make them smaller. And the recipe comes from Martha Stewart. So it's just a few ingredients. So I'll put you by the mixer and I'll call out the ingredients as we go. And let's get started. And I wanted to show you, I'm using this a vanilla pot, and this is the vanilla I got from it. So the first thing we're gonna do is I put 1/4 cup of packed light brown sugar in here. And we're gonna add 1 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Whoops. And then the next thing we're gonna do is take our vanilla beans and just drop them in there. Try to get all of them. And save your pod too. You can make vanilla sugar. I was thinking about putting my pod in a little bottle of bourbon I have for baking, but I'm not sure yet. Anyway, I made some vanilla sugar yesterday, see? Here's it. Okay, so we're gonna put the paddle on. And we're gonna mix this for about 2 or 3 minutes and get the vanilla seeds dispersed throughout the sugar. So I'll be back. I mix this for about 2 minutes and the vanilla beans are, I hope you can see it. I apologize for the lighting. I need a lamp or something up here. Now we're gonna drop the bowl. We're gonna add 2.5 sticks of unsalted butter, and it's room temperature, but it's not completely softened. It's probably about 60 to 65 degrees. And then I'm gonna mix this for like 2 or 3 minutes until it's light pale and fluffy. Whoops. Stop and scrape my bowl. And now I'm gonna add, since it called for 2 vanilla beans, and I only wanted to use 1 at a time because they're expensive, so I'll try to use them just for special recipes. And that vanilla bean paste is really, really good. So I'm probably gonna add like 2 teaspoons equal vanilla bean, whole vanilla bean. So I'm gonna continue beating this for a couple more minutes, and I'm gonna scrape down the bowl, and then after that we'll add the eggs. Pretty creamy. I'm gonna add my eggs now after I scrape down the bowl. You can see it's light and fluffy. And I'm gonna add my eggs. Let's see, just 1 at a time. I'm gonna add my last one. It's 2 large eggs at room temperature. You want it nice and creamy. And scrape down my bowl. And I hope I told you to preheat the oven to 350. And I have 2 baking sheets lined with parchment paper. I'm not gonna cook all of this dough today. I'm just gonna cook 2 pans. So that's good. So after this, we're gonna add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of coarse salt, which I use kosher salt. So just add the flour in. And let me mix this in really well. So now I'm gonna take it off and scrape my paddle down, and I'm gonna move you over so we can scoop them in the pan. Okay, now I'm gonna scoop them in the pan. The original recipe calls for the big ice cream scoop, but I'm gonna try it this way today because those cookies were just way too big. So I'm just gonna get a full scoop. I'm just gonna show you. And they do spread out, so you have to give them some room. And the baking time I'll have to test and tell you, because her recipe is for the big. Now, so you don't have to watch me scoop the whole pan. I'm going to show you what she says to do. You take the palm of your hand and you just, well first, yeah, you take your palm of your hand and you just press them down a little bit. So they cook more evenly. And you can take, this is the only kind of sugar I can find. This, but she calls for like coarse sugar, or I don't have any of that pearl sugar, but you sprinkle it on top. And a bunch gets wasted. And then her instructions were to take a pastry brush dipped in a little water and dab it on top of the cookie dough, like so. I really don't know what the purpose of this is. I guess to make the sugar stick. And then she says to add more sanding sugar on top after you wet them a little bit. And I'm trying to bake these soft. I don't want them too crunchy. So that's basically how you prepare them to put in the oven. So let me finish the pans, and then I'll tell you how long it took them to put in the oven. I just wanted to show you that I did a couple of them red and green since it's Christmas time. So I'm putting in the oven, and we'll see what they look like when they come out. I wanted to show you the amount of cookies. Okay, I just took the cookies out of the oven. I baked them for 13 minutes because I wanted them soft, and I should have never used that grain. It kind of ran with the water, but they may not look that good, but they're gonna be delicious. I like them to be a little on the soft side. You can see if I press one, see how they're getting, oops, see, they'll harden up as they cook. But anyway, we're gonna let these cool, and then we'll break one open and let you see it, and we'll taste it. Okay, now it's time to try my new favorite cookie, I think. My favorite cookie is milk chocolate chip cookies, but these run in a close second. And I know you can't pick it up on the camera, but you can actually see the little vanilla seeds. They're just, and I cooked them. I like them to be a little soft. See how soft they are? And there's so much butter, so that it has to be good. And that sugar on top gives a little crunch. But these are really, really good. Like I said, you know, if you want them crunchy, you can bake them longer. I personally like soft cookies, but it's from Martha's Stewart, so you know it's got to be pretty good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you try this recipe. And you can use just vanilla bean paste if you don't want to use a vanilla bean. It'd still be delicious. But thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. And please subscribe. Thanks.